Hello there for the humans and welcome to this video. And after what it seems of months of waiting, the Emil 1951 finally has been released. It was rumored to be a Christmas tank, it was rumored to be that, but WoGaming decided to just be an asshole and put it in crates again. So let's check out the tank. It's in crates, 5% drop chance, so it's not the worst of crates, but still it's crates, so that's very horrible. Obviously the crates are completely useless. It has a legendary camouflage as well, and it's basically a better version of the ML1. Who would have thought that? So let's actually compare it to the ML1 and find out how much the crates are not worth it. And then I'm going to open some crates just to prove to you that it's a fucking scam and that you should never ever buy these crates. If you buy these crates, you're actively supporting wargaming with this gambling bullshit. Don't do that. It's dumb enough when I do it, okay? So let's check out the ML in Blitz stars. So let's check it out in Blitz stars. I'm gonna compare the ML1 to the ML 1951 to see how much pay to win this thing actually is in compared to the regular ML1. Now the ML1 was nerfed, but the ML 1951 isn't. So now let's check out the first notable difference here is it has more penetration, and that also goes for the premium rounds, 270 instead of 242, which is quite a lot for a tier 8 tank. So that is very pay to win right there. Then you have better dispersion on movement and rotation. Obviously the aim time and the accuracy are the same, but you have better movement dispersion, which makes it just better. And then you also have more mobility. You have 14% more top speed. You have 16% higher power to weight ratio, and you have 50% almost higher traverse speed. So this is a very, very more mobile, more accurate version of the ML1 with better penetration. What is the downside of this vehicle? Well, the only actual downside of this vehicle is the armor, because as you can see, it doesn't really have any. Obviously, the turret is very strong. It only has 160 on the turret, which means that there's going to be tanks like the T-34, all tier 8 tank destroyers going to have a very easy time penetrating this vehicle. Also, the side armor is only 35 millimeters on turret and hull. So that's the very big weakness of this vehicle. So essentially what we can describe this thing as, it trades in armor for gun handling and mobility. That's basically how this ML 1951 works. Is that making it a pay-to-win tank? Not exactly, because for it to be pay-to-win, it would have had to have at least the same armor. But with this armor, it's only 20 millimeters less, but if you look that into game, that makes quite a difference there. That makes it quite a difference. Also with the side armor, you can't side script anything. Everyone can HE you in the back, so that's not really that good. Would I recommend getting this tank? Well, let's get back in the game. So now we're back into the game here, and well, we look in the store, and of course it's in fucking crates. Cause why not? You know? I mean, I said that earlier already, but I just have to be shocked again. This thing, the STG is still in store, but they just put out a new tank, and they're not even offering any good bundles for it. You know, they have 3 bundles. You can buy 1 container, you can buy 10. So this is just, they're essentially wanting you to waste your money. The drop chance is 5%, which means on average 1 in 20 is gonna have a tank in it. So you have to spend 110 euros on average. Some people may spend 5, some people may spend 500, but on average you're gonna have to spend about over 100 euro to get this tank. Well, I'm not gonna do that, but because I'm not a fucking idiot and I'm not gonna spend 55 euros off my money, because well, for that I'd need a vast amount of more members. So if you want to join, link down there. So let's buy this and let's find out what we get. Probably, I hope that it's nothing. Alright, so now we have the 2 emerald containers here. Also, you can't buy it for gold for some reason, and you can't actually get any like 5-box bundle or anything like that. That just shows how greedy wargaming has become now. And that is, in a future video I will also explain why this eventually will be the death of Blitz if it keeps going on this trend with stuff like the 907, with stuff like this, for example. Because this just proves that wargaming is getting greedier and greedier and greedier with these containers, because they force you to either spend money on 1 container or just buy 10 at the same time. I mean, maybe you want to try your luck with 5 or something like that. I mean, you shouldn't. Absolutely should not. So do not buy these crates, okay? They're bullshit, they're gambling, they're designed to take your money. They're already taking my money, okay? Don't fucking do it. The tank's not worth it. It's just a different ML1. Get the ML1, enrich it, that's worth a lot more. We got 1,000 gold at least. That's okay. But still, fuck you. And we got 500 gold. And a few certificates of free XP. And you need, as you can see there, you need to open 25 of these boxes to actually get the tank. And if we look in store here, 25 of these boxes, that is 110 plus 5. That's like 150 euros to get the tank for sure out of the charms. Obviously, on average, you're going to get it from 20 boxes, but that's just ridiculous. Why would you take a tank that is simply a different ammo, that is not better in any way, and just sell it like that, and people are going to buy it? Sure, you can look at the gun stats, and it has better gun stats. Let's actually play it. It has better gun stats, and it has better mobility, but the mobility comes from the lack of armor. And this thing has 180mm on the turret, and the other one has 160. That on its own is easy to penetrate, but the problem is the slope. The slope makes it good, but if you have less armor, the effective armor is also way less. So essentially, what you have is you have an ML2 style vehicle at tier 8, where essentially you do have turret armor, but only when the enemy doesn't actually have penetration, you know? Like, against tier 7s, it's gonna have very, very strong armor, but if you come up against T-34s, if you come up against other MLs, you're not gonna have any armor because they can just easily pen you. Anything with pen over 250 is just gonna straight go through, even if you're at full gun depression. So the tank is certainly not worth a penny. It is not worth opening those boxes. I mean, sure, you could dry those boxes for 550, but then you're just basically telling Wargaming that's okay to feed you shit. Because that's what they're doing. They're continuously testing how much crap they can feed you that you'll still eat, basically. Because, for example, if you look at the SDG is still available for gold. The SDG is available for different bundles. The ammo is available in 2 bundles. You have the one discounted, 2 boxes that's decided to lure you in. You basically get the free drug, you know, and then they make you pay big time. It's no different. Drug addiction and gambling addiction work very similarly. You know, you get a sort of free package to lure you in, and then you're hooked. Because now I have 2 charms. Yeah, but what if I get the tank if I buy the no, it's not how it works. Wargaming is deliberately playing with your fucking mind. They want you to spend your money, they want you to lose, they want to make money. A premium tank is not worth, on average, 110 euros. They know that. They don't care. Because they want the fucking money. Because they know that eventually this gun, just like WoT Tanks PC, will eventually die. They're already working on a new game because they know that these games will die. So they're essentially just trying to milk everything out of it. That's not like hating on Wargaming. That's not projecting doomsday or something like that. That's just how I see it. That's just what I see from Wargaming and what Wargaming does. Because otherwise there is no real explanation for what's done here. Like, explain me that in a way that is favorable to Wargaming. I don't think there is a way. I mean, sure, it's a company, they want to make money, but what they're doing now with the Emil, for example, they're just trying to press as much money out as they possibly can. Because this vehicle, the Emil 1951 rather, is not worth nowhere near 110 euros. At all. It's not even worth 50. It's maybe 35. If it will be in store for like 8k gold or something like that, like the Brigetta was, I mean, sure. I'd be like, sure, you can get it. Why not? But now it's not available for gold, so all your gold's gonna still sit around. You can't use it. You have to use your real money. So if you still have gold lying around, it can't be used. And if you want to have a shot at the tank, you have to buy 10 crates minimum. What if you get it in the first of those 10? You still have the rest, right? Yeah. So that's just complete bullshit, basically. And yeah, Wargaming's just feeding you shit. And with that rant, and with that somehow quite decent game in the ML1, that's sort of the average that I'm playing in this game. That is the end. So, to sum up, Wargaming are a bunch of fucking greedy morons, and I'm not taking that back. That's why I also refuse to work with them, because I'm not representing that crap. And don't buy the ML crates. It's not worth it. You would have to pay an average of 110 euro for a vehicle with a little bit better mobility and worse armor. And slightly better dispersion, but who the fuck cares about that anyway? So yeah, with that horrible disappointment, that the ML 1951 is, and that Wargaming is, that is the end. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.